Hey, what's up guys? Jake, your VFX Edits here, and today I'm starting off my new tutorial series, which is gonna, I'll come up with some name of it later, but it's a tutorial series. In the first episode in this tutorial series, I'll be posting these probably about once or twice a week. I'm trying to stay more active. I got my new computer and stuff, so I'm working on a couple episodes right now, and I have a bunch of free time, so I figure, since I have a beast-ass computer now, and I can render and edit and do all of that kind of stuff really easily, and because my laptop isn't holding me back like it was before, I figure I'll be more active like I've always wanted to be, and now I don't have any excuses, and if I go inactive, that's literally just 110% my fault, and there's nothing I can blame it on. But that's not going to happen because, that, like I said, it really was my laptop's fault, and it was just overheating and melting pretty much in my hands. But anyway, the first tutorial is on just beautiful, like, easy, minimalist Twixtor, meaning that, like, it's not really warpy, there's no terrible, like, folding it, curling over each other, like you normally see in inexperienced editors' work. Not trying to dig on anybody, but generally that's people that have problem with Twixtor warping. But there's a bunch of ways to do it. I'm just going to show you the easiest and simplest way. So, as you'll see from the little graphic on the side, what we're going to need is we're going to need Twixtor, of course, because it's Twixtor syncing. I mean, not Twixtor syncing, but we're Twixtoring, doing slow-mo. You can use Twixtor or Twixtor Pro, and then we're going to need Real Smart Motion Blur. Like I said, you can use Real Smart Motion Blur, Real Smart Motion Blur Pro, it doesn't matter. Just some iteration of it. So I'm just going to grab in a feed here that I already got. I'm just going to sync, you know, what I generally do. Right about, once he starts pulling the bolt back is generally when I start syncing. Other people prefer to do it other places, but that's why I like it. I use Twixtor to sync, of course. So that's when I start putting my Twixtor in. I use Twixtor in every pretty much feed I've ever done. And if you've seen none, my last edit I did, you can see, I'll probably put a little picture-in-picture up there on the top, how good and smooth the Twixtor looked without any warping. And that's because of what I did right here. So make sure your frame rate's right first of all. That is a big mistake a lot of people make. Go to where you're going to start. I'm going to start when he pulls back the bolt. Keyframe the speed. Use page down on your keyboard. Go ahead, maybe 4 or 5 frames. And put the speed to 3. You can do whatever speed you want. Some people like 1. I prefer 3. I think it looks very nice. And if I render, obviously you won't be using this much Twixtor. But for whatever reason, let's say that it's hypothetical that you are using Twixtor. Just slow-mo. You can see it's good. It's good already. Better than a lot of people's. But there is that little bit of warping there. And I'm going to show you the easiest way to get rid of it. Now, you can mess with Twixtor settings. I usually don't. For the motion sensitivity, I usually put it to 85. The motion vectors to best. Image prep, you don't touch that. But I touch contrast and edge enhance because it just makes it look a little bit more, I don't know how to say it, defined. Now we're going to go and get Real Smart Motion Blur. Make a new adjustment layer because sometimes Twixtor and Real Smart Motion Blur fight each other and it doesn't let Real Smart Motion Blur come in. Add Real Smart Motion Blur. Because it's Twixtor, there won't be a whole lot, but there will be in the moving parts because it's Motion Blur. For blur amount, put it up to like 1, motion sensitivity to 85. And basically what we're using Real Smart Motion Blur for is pretty much like cover up makeup. And it's just going to cover up the warping that we don't really want. Another way you can do this is you can scale it up, because generally the edges have the problem. Usually I do 103. Why did I do that? 103 on the clip, because generally the bottom edges have it. Plus you want to scale up to get rid of any black bars. Do 103, and then usually I will add black bars, and that helps. But now, if I just go ahead and preview like the shot area and stuff, you can see it's pretty blurry. You can keyframe the blur if you want less blur in parts and more in others. And if you'll notice, now, it's really good. It's a little warpy here. That's just because this is a warpy area. I specifically went, the first time I did this tutorial, there was absolutely no warp, and I didn't think it looked believable. So I found an area where he's jumping up and shooting, which generally would look like crap unless you use my settings or somebody else's settings that are good. But as you can see here, this works really nice. And this is like I said, an area with a lot of warping. If I per se move it over to something that wouldn't have a lot of warping, like when he's already up in the air, you can see there is literally absolutely 0 warp because the motion blur and my settings just cover it up perfectly. I'll see if I play it. No warp. He's literally just pulling back the bolt and moving the sniper perfectly. So anyway, guys, if this helped, remember to subscribe, like, favorite, and comment. I'm trying to get my daily views up, trying to go for that partnership. I know it's unlikely, but can't hurt to try. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to get this tutorial series off and running, trying to help out other people, because if I look back in the past, my most viewed videos are the ones where I'm helping people. My tutorials, giveaways, motion tracks, that kind of stuff. People really seem to enjoy them on my channel, so I'm giving you guys what you want. And edits, of course, because I like editing. And you'll notice, like I said, I just played it over one more time. Looks really good. Anyway, I'll probably fade out to some splash screen and some music now. The music in the background I'm using is Love Is All I Got by Feed Me and Crystal Fighters. Great song. Feed Me is a great artist. He releases through Mousetrap, and Mousetrap is generally on copyright. So you can go ahead and use it in the back of your episodes and montages and such. So that's it, guys. Remember to like, favorite, comment, and subscribe, all that good stuff, and you can get the rest from the splash screen. See you guys later.
Love is all I got. I can't live with everything I've lost, because love will come to save us. So save us. Wake your soul with love in the morning. Feed your soul with love till the evening. Expand your soul with love on the weekend, because love is all I got. Wake your soul with love in the morning. Feed your soul with love in the evening. Expand your soul with love on the weekend, because love is all I got.